All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another interesting podcast. We got a little collab going here. We got the two boys, two men, should I say,
real men
from a damn good time podcast. And then obviously we got myself and Bradley from the Bunker Boys podcast. And
what's your name, dude?
What's my name?
No, what's a damn good time?
Hey, let me get my intro. Let me get my intro.
He's not finished. Will you let him finish?
Yeah.
Just let him finish.
I'm working out the kinks here, you know. We got on my screen anyways, we got Steven Schaefer in the lower left, and we got Cody Adams from a Damn Good Time podcast.
I'm Steve.
Yeah. And yeah, we've just been we've been trying to figure this one out for a while, and I'm happy we could actually get together and shoot this thing. So
yeah, it's actually kind of like a happy mistake too. Cody forgot he was going to Michigan this week or something. I text him Friday like, "Hey man, we podcasting tonight?" He's like, "Oh shit, I'm in Michigan." I was like, "Oh okay." But at least it's working out real well, you know, because like you said, we've been trying to get us all four together to do one of these collab episodes.
That's the hardest part about like scheduling people is like just finding time to do that.
Right.
Sucks.
What's going on in Michigan? Why'd you make the trek?
Of course, I'm in the same house as this guy over here, Brad.
Yeah.
We all got to finally get together for our Christmas, so brought the babies up and we're all hanging out doing our Christmas for the year. So
Nice.
Just a little late.
Good time.
It's all right.
Nice. Did Brad get you any gifts, or did he cheap out on you?
No, we do. Everybody exchanges names.
Nice.
So,
like a Secret Santa type deal.
Yeah, technically his girlfriend got me, so I think Brad bought most of the gifts.
Yeah, technically, I had two Secret Santas.
Yeah, you had to do all the legwork. I see how that is.
We'll stay humble, you know.
Yeah.
But hey, I got a nice set of steak knives.
Ooh.
A $25 DraftKings gift card, since betting is now legal in Ohio.
Okay.
Which is fun and also dangerous. And what else am I missing? Oh, the oven roll, the oven liner roll. Did you stick in your oven, catch the grease and all that? Which was funny because I just switched to a gas oven and I gave my other oven away and I left mine in the bottom of mine, so it's perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. You needed that anyway.
Yeah, that DraftKings.
Like somebody new.
That DraftKings does get kind of sketchy when you're making like a few $10 bets and then hoping they hit. But I've recently just went to the $1 bet and I try to do like a crazy 20 leg parlay and hope that my $1 turns into like 16 grand, and it usually never hits.
Dude, that's the best way to do it though, because you're not spending big money.
Right.
You know, it's like buying a Powerball ticket, you know?
Right. I didn't even know they did gift cards for DraftKings, but that's cool.
In Ohio, we only had horses for a while, so you'd always try to take those long shot horse bets, you know, betting those trifectas or the 5-leg races and that. And you put $1 on that, maybe you win $1,000. Haven't yet, but you know, it's getting there.
Dang.
Yeah, I've never been big on betting sports and shit. I've never been big on betting the things that I can't control. I mean, even though like cards and shit like that, I can't control that either. But I feel like there's a little more control in that stuff than on a big football game or on a fight and stuff. But it's always something I've been wanting to do. I just never really got around to it. I probably should.
Spend the 401k.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
Fuck it, man. Get that put that retirement on the line. It could double.
Right.
You don't know.
Well, what you got to do is you just play the casino until you get like a free $10 sports bet, and then that's when you use the sports bet. But.
Right. Well, I should sign up now because DraftKings and all them are doing the free play money when you sign up for them.
Oh
because
yeah,
it's new in this area.
Like they offer like a free $200 for you guys.
Yeah, something like that.
I would have hopped right on that.
And then if you go through them and then the MGM and all the other ones, you can get $100 here, $100 there. You know, pile them all up.
I've never been a big fan of MGM. I like the DraftKings, and that's like the only one.
Yeah.
It just seems like their algorithms a lot more forgiving.
I've been using the FanDuel too. That's been good.
That's a good sports betting one, but for casino wise,
Well, see, we don't
Oh,
get that in Ohio. That's what I just found out was dangerous here because I logged onto it. It's like, oh,
Oh, you
casino.
don't get
Here's
that? You only
no,
got
here's
sports
live
betting?
blackjack tables, and I'm like, oh, let me go jump on this real quick. And I'm like, oh, this is bad. This is real bad.
Yeah, like that shit I'd probably get on. That sounds a little more fun, but I feel like I'd lose a lot more money that way though too. So
Oh, watching Brad do those online blackjack tables just makes my heart race watching him make just the craziest decisions. He's like, no, he's like, it's all right. I just lost like $200, but now we're gonna go 3-hand blackjack and we're gonna play 3 hands at a time. And so now he's betting 3 times what he was before. He's like, I'll make it back just as quick. And then he'll go on a run where I don't know. He'll go up maybe $500, and I'm like, all right, perfect. Now you can pull out. He's like, no, I gotta keep going.
I
Gotta
can
let it
never
ride.
do that, dude. I always go broke,
Yeah,
no
that's
matter how
nuts.
high I get.
Well, and it seems dangerous too that you can just do all that at the click of a button. Like at least at the casino, you got the chips in your hand, you got the cash in your hand. So
Right.
there, it's a little more. It's there, so you can see it. But
Right.
whenever it's just like point and click, then
Yeah, like
it's
now I
gone.
can do it just sitting on the toilet. It's definitely dangerous for
Right.
sure.
And it's
Taking a
nicer
shit.
to do it in person because it's not on your taxes. That's the best part about being in person.
Oh yeah, there's no red tape then there too.
Right, because if you win like 20,000 on DraftKings, then
Right.
you had to like file for it.
The
It's-
government knows.
That's true. Never been there though.
I think
you know?
casinos kind of the same, but you got to fill out a form if you hit that big jackpot. But you can
Right.
take it in small amounts.
But I've never hit nothing like that. Have you guys?
No,
Yeah.
nah, I'm unlucky as
dreaming of
fuck.
it,
I
though.
lose drawings
My
all the
brother-
time,
brother
50
and I.
50s, all that shit. I never win shit.
Right. I'm not stopping until I win one.
Yeah,
For sure.
You're
but
definitely not gonna stop once you do.
Dude,
either,
I've
though.
gotta be
once you
next
hit
in
that
line.
one,
I
you're
know
like
I
the
do.
next one, keep going, let it ride.
Yeah.
You're like, this is my machine now, boys. Like, this is the shit. I got it. Just watching him do penny slots. I loved it.
Sounds fun.
Oh man.
Who you guys got in the games tonight, though? We were talking about the games earlier. We had the Jags versus the Chargers and the Niners versus the Seahawks. Have you guys put any thought into like who you would put a bet on if you're gonna?
I'd bet.
Because I need to know. I need some insight. I'm known for making
Right.
terrible betting.
Yeah, I'd bet
Oh,
Niners, but I don't know since I don't do betting, I don't know how that works. If you bet on the Niners, they got to win by 9 points, and you say that what the spread was?
Was it
Probably
eight?
negative 10, 110 or something like that.
Yeah, but I thought the spread was like -8.5, right? I can't
I don't
remember
know.
what the spread was, but yeah, they would have to win by 9.
That's not a bad bet, though, honestly. I would do that.
Nope. Looks like there's Cody.
What game's first at 4:30? Is that the Niners?
Yeah, I think Cody was saying Seahawks versus Niners was first.
Yeah, they're first. They're
Oh,
first.
yeah.
I'm back. I'm back.
Niners for sure. Niners for sure.
Niners for sure, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Seahawks Niners at 4:30. I'd take Niners for sure.
Yep.
Chargers Jags at 8:15. I'm feeling the Chargers on that one.
Yeah, I'm feeling the Chargers too.
Yeah, Brad's boy Austin Eckler carried him through fucking all his leagues.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, of course he's feeling the Chargers.
I don't know. I just hate the Seahawks, man.
I gotta go Seahawks though.
I know, dude. I'm feeling Seahawks too, bro. I'm feeling
You guys
Gino,
are whack.
Kenneth Walker. I'm all for it.
Dude, it's crazy
They got-
that Derek Carr left the Raiders.
Yep.
That was crazy.
I could see that coming though.
Yeah.
They're ready to get rid of him.
Look, Niners defense is pretty solid, but the Seattle offense is just been lighting it up. I
is
think they're
sick.
all going to be healthy for the most part. So, when you got their wide receiver core and you say Walker, man, he's a beast. He just came on so hard this year. So
Yeah.
Michigan
be-
State alumni, baby.
he's all right. No, but I think it'd be a good game. They're both gonna be really good games. I think. Man, I don't know. The Jags Charger is going to be tough. I mean, the Jags just came on late in the kind of second half of the season anyway. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting. I think they'll be able to be kind of shootouts towards the end. So hopefully, anyways, love a good game.
Yeah.
Now the Browns aren't in it. Who cares? I mean, whatever.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, if the Browns aren't in it, make it exciting. If it's my team, then I want a blowout, you know.
Wait, how come you guys don't ride for like the Bengals though? You're just Brown boys.
Born and raised Browns. I support the Bengals if they're not playing us. You know, support that Ohio team. But I was raised up on the Browns. We're closer to Cleveland than we are to Cincy, so.
Yeah. And technically, I'm closer to Pittsburgh than I am Cleveland, but still,
yeah,
just grew up on the Browns.
Yeah, fuck Pittsburgh.
Nobody likes them.
No,
I do. I think they're pretty cool.
dude, shut up. Bro.
You would.
There's a lot of there's always like a few people that for some reason in our hometown loved Michigan and the Steelers. Like they just had to hate everything everybody else loved.
Yeah.
So had no ties to Michigan at all, had no ties to Pittsburgh at all. But because everybody else rooted for them, they just had to hate them. And they were just assholes. They're just weird assholes. But.
Yeah, when you even ask them, like, why? They're like, oh, just because everybody else likes Ohio State or everybody else likes the Browns. So fuck those guys. I'm gonna go against it. I'm like, you're just a dick. You're not even cool, you jerk.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I went to a Cincinnati game when they played the Raiders, and I didn't know Cincinnati was like on the border of Kentucky and like the state. So there was people from Kentucky. It was mostly Kentucky people.
Yeah, because they don't have their own home team in the NFL. So
right,
because we lived down in Louisville for a while, and everybody down there they either liked the Bengals or they liked Indianapolis. So that's like since they didn't have a home team, they picked the ones that were closest.
Yeah, there was a bunch of weird people there.
Yeah,
I went at halftime. I went out to grab like some mittens for my car, and they wouldn't let me back in, so I had to watch it on the big screen outside.
Dude, come on!
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that is tough. That is tough.
It was a rough night.
Didn't they tell you though, like as you were exiting the arena, like, hey, no re-entry?
Well, they had those big gates, and then I walked out, and then they said, once that gate closed, you can't enter, and it closed, and I was like, what? He's like, can't enter, and I was like, dude, look, I got the ticket and like the stamp, I'm good, and he's like, nope. He's like, we don't do that here, and I was like, what the fuck?
We don't do that here. Fuck you. Come on.
I've been finding a back door.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah, never a fan of Cincinnati after that.
Just left a bad taste in your mouth.
Dude, that town's weird. It's like on a slope. At least Raleigh, what I seen. It was just like all inclined. All the roads were inclined. It was just weird.
Yeah.
And once you get down there by the river, it gets kind of weird, you know?
Right. Yeah.
I forget what highway it is.
It's a fun town to party on.
I forget what highway it is rolling into there, but it's like you come around a turn and all of a sudden you see the skyline. Though it's pretty scenic driving in and shit. Though it looks good from the outside. I always thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Because like driving down to Louisville all the time, that's we had to cut through Cincy and shit. So.
Yeah.
But.
I got a question for you guys. A little switch up. How did you guys decide to finally like? I don't know if you guys have been thinking about it for a while, or if it was kind of on a whim, but what kind of brought you guys together to make a podcast?
A lot of that was just us bullshitting in the basement and just bullshitting when we're drunk. And then I think one night we were talking like, hey, man, we could probably turn this into an episode. Like people like talking to us, I guess, you know, like our friends think we're kind of funny and shit. So, and then I
think I just left your house. We were partying in the basement. I just left the house. I think I maybe got like 5 minutes away, and I called you up and I was like, you really want to do this? You're making this podcast? And you're like, hell yeah. And the next day I ordered all the equipment.
Yeah, because I
love it.
I got into the format, just listening to a bunch of different podcasts and shit there for a long time, because I drove around a lot in the oil field and stuff. So I was listening to a bunch of things, and I found myself sitting there like, man, I wish I could like talk to them while I'm listening and stuff. And so then I was like, well, why don't, you know, it'd be cool to create your own and then just sit there and have a conversation and shit, you know?
Right.
And then hopefully you'd be interesting enough for people to want to tag along, you know?
Right.
Kind of build like a listener following. Yeah, that's kind of like the main thing me and Brad are kind of trying to figure out still. Like we see our numbers go up and down and up and down. It's
Yeah.
like what's the algorithm doing? Like what are we doing in some of these episodes that we're not doing in the others? And I don't know if it comes down to the thumbnails of the videos or what,
It's like
but
everything.
yeah, it's crazy.
But
It's crazy.
I've heard a lot of people say that thumbnails are one of the number one things. It's the first thing that people look at.
right.
The intro is usually a pretty big deal too, because if you don't capture them in the first 10 to 20
Right.
seconds, they're not going to stick
Right.
around. And then
Yeah.
also just I feel like consistent content too. Just constantly keep putting them out, whether you
Dude,
get the
it's so
listens or
hard to
not.
do.
Yeah, it is hard. It's real hard to do because
It's
we're
so hard just to make a thumbnail. Fucking come with energy after like working.
Yeah.
And it gets harder over time.
You guys are good at that though, because I've listened to a few of your episodes. I mean, I've listened to, I don't know how many episodes do you guys have right now?
once this one will be number 96, I do believe, for us.
Yeah,
That's
I've
good.
probably listened to, I don't know, a seventh of your episodes, and you guys always, you were saying like the first 10 to 20 seconds has to capture the audience, and you guys always have like a different fucking song playing,
Yeah.
and it's always something random, and you're kind of getting into it. And that's a great thing to have, you know, like that definitely catches my attention for sure.
Right. Yeah, and
I don't know.
Hashtags are big for sure. You got to hashtag the hell out of it.
Hashtag them.
Yeah.
And then I
That's
found
true.
too, because once the episode's recorded and posted and shit, then you got to keep posting online, do across your socials, get it out there too. Because there for a while, I kept forgetting to put it on like Facebook or Instagram and stuff like that. And then I think it was like a 3 or 4 week spread. I finally got back into it. I was like, oh shit, I've been forgetting to do this. And then somebody's like, oh man, you guys haven't put an episode out in a while. I'm like, no, we have. Like the episodes have been out there.
Yeah.
I just haven't been sharing them. So.
Right.
So you got to make sure you remind people to tune back in sometimes too, you know?
That's true.
Right.
It's a real effort in all fucking categories.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Constantly
that's
promoting.
the biggest thing is I thought, man, yeah, we just fucking record it, put it on YouTube, done. You know?
Yeah.
Didn't realize that there is a lot more work involved with your audiovisual equipment, going through the editing process, trying to make things look interesting whenever you post them online and stuff. It is a lot more work. So I got to give credit
Right.
out there. You know, everybody always says like, how easy is it? Must be nice. Just get on, be a YouTuber. It's so easy. I'm like, it's not as easy as you think, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the 20 people that watch us, you know,
Yeah.
Right.
it's you gotta really put it out there. And it's really tough. And,
Right.
You know,
I
we
think
started
those 20 people
TikTok
are your
and all
best
that stuff,
friends,
too.
you know?
Yeah.
That's the best
Yeah.
part.
Those
You got to
20
stop
people
with 20
count.
people. That's all I need. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are my boys.
And then you gotta hope you
And
get
they-
people that like to contribute too, because like I hear all these other shows where they, oh, we got a listener email, blah 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 blah. Like I'd love to get some more feedback from the
know.
listeners and shit, so we have more content to talk about, make it a little bit easier on our end to keep the conversation going. You know?
Right. And
Yeah,
nobody
we-
ever gives feedback.
No.
Ever.
No.
Yeah, we were trying that for a while. We were using a few different apps, trying like anonymous apps, just to make people feel like we weren't seeing who they were to ask the questions. Because I feel like a lot of people were hesitant because they didn't want to know who was asking. They didn't
Right.
want us to know who was asking the questions.
Right.
We got a couple questions here and there for a while, and then eventually it kind of just died off again. So just pushing that out there, like leave comments, like we
Yeah.
want to know what you guys want to hear. Like that's always a big thing too for us, is
Right.
trying to get the engagement.
Yeah, and then you get to that point too where you're constantly in every video like, make sure you click like and subscribe, and then you
Yeah.
sound like every other d-bag on the internet and shit. But it's
I
like,
know.
sometimes
I
you do gotta remind people like, hey man, click like and subscribe, fucking hit that share button and stuff. You
I
know?
know.
So anybody listening and
So
watching right
true.
now, make sure you take the chance to click like and subscribe. Make sure you go back and listen to all our other videos. Check out the Bunker
Right.
Boys. You know, give it all.
Right.
Give them all likes. You know. But
Yeah, share the love.
yeah,
Yeah, but 96 episodes is definitely daunting, and we'll be coming up on our 100th episode, 2 years. So that means we only missed 4 weeks the entire time we've done this shit.
That's
so.
really
That's
good.
really fucking good.
See, we were
Yeah.
doing good, and then the
We
past,
did
like,
good
2
for like
months,
32 weeks, and then took we took a couple of weeks off, and It felt
Especially on my
shitty.
part, dude. Like the last episode, I only posted the audio version just because making the video edits and stuff, I was just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Video editing I didn't realize it was going to be as tedious as it is.
Yeah, it's like the exporting process and like just the time.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah, I
gotta see.
had to buy a whole new computer just to handle that exporting shit.
really?
Yeah. Well, cuz we Frankenstein like 3 different desktops together from 10-year-old equipment that we tried to make work, and the processor just couldn't handle it. It took I think the first episode that we put out took over 48 hours for it to export.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow.
so like it took fucking
Damn.
you're just sitting there watching the thing, and then you're wondering like, is it even working? And like, yeah, you just gotta wait. So
Yeah, the
that-
desktop was like sweating trying to get that shit done. It's like
Yeah.
dripping sweat trying to push it
Right.
out. That's funny shit.
yeah,
But mind you, we took old gaming computers we had back when I was like 24. Then me and Steve lived together. We all
Yeah.
gaming on our PCs, and we tried to Frankenstein all those together to make them work.
Oh,
They
wow.
just can't handle that. They can't handle that stuff.
and then too, like, because you're sitting there thinking like, oh, RAM's always the big thing, video card's always a big thing. So we had a shitload of RAM. We had a decent video card, but here, whenever the program that exported relies solely on the processor to
Yeah.
push all that out, so the processor wasn't that great, so it fucking just bogged it down. So,
Yeah.
but let me ask you guys that same question then. What was the inspiration to get you guys started? What made you guys drop the hammer to get your podcast going?
Well, dude, me and AJ call each other sometimes and we just talk about a bunch of stupid shit that you'd probably think that we're like, we have like no brain cells, but our phone calls were just so good because we'd be at work at like 8 a.m. just talking about, like, we just came up with a song name. What would we come up with?
Mad Tang Mopin.
Mad Tank. We're going to make that song.
Yeah.
We were like, this is a good time. We talked for like an hour and we're like, let's just make a podcast out of it.
Yeah, we would just have long, drawn out conversations about nothing, but it was always
Right.
it was just us laughing most of the time and trying to
Yeah.
just make the other one laugh. So we were like, let's just fucking record it.
Right.
And I still remember the first, I don't know, for those of you guys listening out there, don't, as much as I want you to listen to all our episodes, just skip the first like 6 of them because
No,
they're
watch
just,
him, bro.
nah, they're rough, dude. Like I've listened to them. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I just remember being so nervous because as soon as, like, we would be sitting in the Zoom before we press record and we'd just be bullshitting like normal. And then as soon as you hear that voice go, your audio's now being recorded, I was like, fuck.
You
Like,
freeze. Yeah.
now everything's being recorded. I just didn't feel the same about it, I was
Yeah.
nervous, but after a while it was nice. You just got used to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just, it felt right to do. And we'd had the Bunker Boys for a while, like that idea and that brand. So we wanted to just somehow start it,
Right.
Right. Like we've always talked about starting a podcast for like 2 years, and since we worked at like a golf course in the bunkers, that's like
Yeah.
where we just grinded together, like when we were in high school on the football team.
You were the
And
Bunker
then-
Boys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
People would laugh at us. They're like, that's a dumb idea. It's like, nah, you just wait. You just fucking wait.
Right. The best part about it is that even though it could be trash what you're doing, nobody else is even trying it. So it's like
Mm.
Right.
Yeah, and these
ahead.
people, I know people, if people are whatever thinking you're trash at whatever you're doing, we try to get those people to come on as guests all the time because that's like
Mhm.
my favorite thing is to have a guest come on and just talk to them and kind of pick their brain. And they're
Mhm.
like, no, like I'm kind of scared. I don't want to do it. I'm like, well, yeah, then don't trash us. Like
Yeah.
it's not as easy as it looks, bro.
Right.
But
Yeah, I've had a few people hit me up saying like, "Oh, I've always wanted to be on a podcast or wanted to start a podcast. That's cool. Can I come on?" And like, "Yeah, man, come on." And then they keep flaking out.
yeah, that's how it goes.
It's like, "Oh, I
Like,
don't know.
I've
I'm
been-
real stressed." Like, dude, you
Right.
sit,
Yeah,
just fucking sit
right.
down and talking to a camera. That's
Yeah.
it. Like,
Right.
all we're
There's
doing
always
is bullshit.
something, dude.
Like, it's not hard at all.
A lot of them say, I don't have anything to talk about. There's nothing interesting about me. As soon as that headset goes on and that microphone goes in front of their face and and everything else disappears, especially when you're doing an in-person one,
Right.
it's just a whole nother story. It's
Right.
fun and everybody has something to talk about, whether they think
Mhm.
so or not.
Right.
They
Mhm.
can add something to
Yeah.
a conversation.
And
Always.
that's kind of what I like about you guys' podcast too, is that you're there with each other. Like you get to sit next to each other, which
Yeah.
I kind of wish me and Brad could do. is like have a little studio setup like you guys have, because it just seems more like intimate in a way, you know, like your guys, you can actually, like, if I wanted to, if I could punch Brad in the shoulder after something I said, I would love that shit, you
You
know?
won't be able to hit me, bro.
Dude, I would whack your ass so
Fuck
quick.
no, dude.
Give him a good one, right in the kisser.
Yeah.
Well, Steve's playing footsie with me about 90% of the time. Anyway,
Yeah.
so.
Dude,
That's why we got the bar going on. There's a lot going on below the waist that they don't see.
Well, dude, I was
You
on an
guys need
episode
that
of your guys'
under desk
podcast.
cam.
I was on an episode of your guys' podcast, and that, I mean, it felt way different than doing it on Zoom.
Yeah.
It just felt like just
Oh,
live
yeah.
in the paint, you know?
Yeah.
Live in the paint.
Yeah, and I also feel like too, like I know this will be only the second one that me and Cody have done via teleconference type style like this, and I just feel like too, like it almost seems like you're trying not to step over somebody else talking whenever don't see them, because you don't. I don't know. It's easier to get noticed whenever somebody's gonna start to engage in the conversation, get their turn to talk. Whenever you're face to face, whenever it's like this, you know, because I'm trying to talk into the camera that I got set up here, but I'm looking at you guys down here, so it's harder to get that kind of cue for whenever it's your turn to talk, whenever you're not face to face.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I do find myself fucking cutting Brad off a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And it's just because there's in between like us stopping and starting, I always want to just fill that space, but then Brad kind of goes to chip in, and then I'm like, oh well, I'm sorry, and then he's like, no, you just say what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of that for
I
sure.
think it's best just not to say sorry, and when you start talking, just keep going.
Yeah,
Right.
just fucking
You know what,
bulldoze
if
through
it
it.
sounds bad, it's like it's not supposed to be perfect.
Right?
you know?
Yeah,
Right.
just roll over that.
Conversations aren't perfect, so it's like,
Right.
Yeah,
So-
they have that solid point afterwards. They're going to come with it. So you just keep bulldozing.
Yeah.
Just let them
Yeah.
finish. Just let them
When
finish.
somebody starts dominating with a little louder, everybody gets a little bit louder when they want to dominate it, then you just keep going.
Just
Right.
assert your dominance, you know. So where are you at then, AJ?
I'm out in New Hampshire right now.
Okay, cool.
I'm on the East Coast, but I think we're gonna get Bradley out here sometime in March, hopefully. So we might be able to. We've done, I think, maybe 2 in person, right?
Yeah,
I think we
we did-
did one in Vegas, and then, but that it was just way more fun being in person, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
I don't know, but yeah, I'm out on the East Coast. I've been out here for a couple of years, but it'd be cool if we had the funds or the means to like meet up somewhere for each episode, you know, like if we had the time to fucking somehow record it somewhere, but
Right.
we make do.
Yeah, I just bought them lottery tickets, hopefully hoping to get the big payday on that to set up a podcast studio, but I didn't hit, so that investment went trash.
It would be nice. I was telling Steven before we started recording that my old like podcast studio is being kind of torn down and turned into more of a guest room feel right now. So I'm just sitting on the floor in my bedroom.
Yeah.
My studio's gone. That's why I'm just using this little clip-on mic at the moment.
Yeah,
But
the lapel.
That
We'll
sounds
get
pretty
there.
good, dude. That
We'll
clip-on
get
mic
there.
sounds good.
Yeah.
we'll get a fucking studio. I'm telling you, I'm putting it out there into
Well, that's like
into
the main
universe.
dream, dude. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, and then it is kind of more fun to have guests come in, be with you in person and shit. But I do like the fact that you guys are used to doing the teleconference style too, because then it makes it easier if you have somebody that wants to be on that can't make it to you. Because
Yep.
since we don't do it a lot, it is a little bit more of the setup and trying to figure out and go through the headaches of, okay, well, how do I record this screen, or how do I do that with them on it and shit, which I think we kind of got fine tuned in a little bit now, but
Right.
Mm.
But like I said, after only doing 2 teleconferences like this style, it's still like, wait, fuck, what program did I use to capture the screen? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where Brad comes in for sure. He's really good with the tech side of things for sure.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
kind of I try not to butt heads with him. I just let him do
Well,
his
dude,
thing.
we have it. Like, I don't know how you guys run yours, but like I just do the producing of the podcast, and he does all the social media and just putting it out there. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like 50. It's good 50-50 because I hate doing the social media stuff, making clips.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's even
I got to
worse than
start doing
editing.
more of that for sure, making more clips, because I know that definitely promotes Like you can just get random people to somehow find your videos if you do little like reels and TikToks and stuff.
Right.
So
right, and then that'd be the great thing, because I see podcasts all the time, like the famous ones where fans start making the little clips for you. You know, like they capture the funny parts and they put them out on their shit. It's like we need somebody to do that for us.
I know, dude. I know.
Because
we talked about it for a while. Because we normally do current events on our pod, and we were hoping we could get Chrissy to be like the person that came in and read our current events for us, just to kind of switch it up, you know, just so we can just sit there and listen while she reads them. But Brad just did the old.
It would be nice just to have someone to like present the information for you.
Yeah,
instead of like trying to find it, and it's just like I don't know.
Yeah, have them act as the producer then, because we kicked around that idea about having our boy Tyler come in. He's actually got a degree from the Ohio City for broadcasting. That he's not in broadcasting anymore.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But like we were like, dude, you could come on, you could sit behind the laptop, we could put a camera on you if you want. If not, just even a mic, and you just talk in like, hey guys, you know, give us maybe throw some ideas or some shit. And even like, because we'd kicked around the idea of doing a multicam setup, but then you'd need somebody sitting there kind of switching live between the two whenever you're talking and shit like that. But then, you know, you have a third person that you're trying to figure out scheduling with and stuff. And whenever you're doing this for free as a hobby, it's hard to, you know, like if we were getting paid, it'd be a lot easier. You know, like hey man, this is our job. Show up to work, you know?
Yeah, punctual as shit for sure.
Right.
That'd be the ultimate goal, right? Like it's fun doing this, and I get to go hang out with my best friend and go bullshit. And 90% of our good content gets ruined before we even start the podcast.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it is for us.
But you know, ultimate goal would be, you know, if we could do that for, you know, not even a living, or just, you know, a little bit of revenue to put back into the podcast, you know, get better equipment, do whatever, and then have somebody to actually produce it would be phenomenal,
right?
And make that content better. You know, we always tried from the beginning, like Steve was going to do all the editing and I was going to do more social media, and then I had 2 babies like right off the rip, so so we got lax on that too. And I always say, Steve, I got to get better on the social media. But just, you know, it's tough. It's always tough, because then you get done with the podcast and you just bullshit more, and then you just keep going on. And goes back and forth, and then shit, it's Friday again, new podcast. All right.
Yeah, I know.
So
it's just reoccurring constantly.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I mean, whether it goes anywhere or not, I don't care. At the end of the day, like I say, it's a good time to go hang out with your best friend. And,
exactly.
And then you just have it too. Like it's all recorded. Like down the road, if you're
that's
like,
what I can't wait for.
You know, like
40 years down the road, look back and be like,
well, yeah, because I mean, like, what people used to make journals and write memoirs and shit. Like, you know, if you think about it, these are like our journals and our memoirs. You know, it's just our weekly journal entry to let you know all about me. And like, you know, whenever, and one of these days, you know, we're all gonna die. It happens. Not to bring the mood down a little bit, you know.
I'm not gonna die.
but I was even thinking like, hell, man, that'd be cool. Like, my kids get older and like, oh, I miss my dad. And then there's fucking hours, thousands of hours of me just talking on the internet. You know?
I know.
Yeah.
It's so sweet to think about.
Yeah.
Snowball effect too. I always like to say, like, if you put out enough content, and that eventually you're gonna get somewhat of a following, whether it's 1,000 people or, you know, 500 or whatever.
Yeah,
it's gonna snowball. And looking back at some of our old episodes, I mean, we got hundreds of views on YouTube on some of our old episodes. You know, nothing over 1,000 yet. Keep waiting for that day, but still, and it's snowballing. You can see it from episode 1 to episode, I don't know, 20. You see that snowball effect bleaching in, where somebody comes, checks it out, and then maybe they play the next one, maybe they don't, or they come back to it at some point in time, or their YouTube just randomly kicks them back to it. Either way, we got them.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I feel like, you know, like we always make jokes. We got like 5 listeners, and a lot of people do tell us that they like listening to us and shit. So it's like, you know, that group of 5 people that know of us, there's got to be other groups of like 5 people spread out throughout this entire fucking world that would, you know, because we don't need everybody to like us, just the little groups, the little handfuls here and there, you know.
Just a handful, man.
It is pretty neat to look at like your like the viewers and see like where people are listening to you, because there's like
Yeah.
countries all over the place that like we've had people in like Denmark and like
It always switches. So
it's
like Brazil.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so neat to just see how it reaches out to different areas.
I was kind of wondering too how much of those might be somebody listening through a VPN,
Right.
because a VPN will
It probably is.
will kind of peg your IP address or whatever from in a different spot. So, because like we had people listening to us in China, I think before or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
then-
sure we'd be censored in China. Like, you know, I don't
Yeah,
think
I don't know about that
I
then.
don't think the Chinese government would allow anybody over there to watch this shit. So,
Oh, that's great.
but yeah.
What
So
would you
what
say
else?
your guys' favorite thing about doing the podcast is with each other?
I don't
Well-
know. I hate it. It's not fun.
And that's typically how he comes off. I gotta like bring his
No.
mood back up, you know.
My favorite part is just always staying connected.
Yeah.
The podcast always keeps you connected too. So it's like,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's
I
kind
love-
of. Because whether or not people listen, you still get a chance to talk to your boy. You know, that's
Right. So it's just like you have a good conversation between you two. So if you focus on that, it's like, I don't
Yeah.
know. You're never gonna grow apart from each other. So since we grew up with each other, it's just nice.
yeah.
Because for a while there, we didn't like talk to each other for like a year, and then we started
Yeah.
the podcast.
Now you're in
Okay.
tune all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, I obviously love that too about the podcast, but I'm pretty good at throughout the week leading up to our next podcast. If I think of something funny that I think will make Brad laugh or like a funny story from back in the day, I usually jot it down in my notes on my phone so I can, because I always forget shit at the end of the day, you know?
Me too.
Yeah.
And then I'll come in on like a recording day and I'll look through those notes and I'll be like, oh, fuck yeah. Like I remember that now. And then I try to bring it up and then we just kind of reminisce on like dumb shit we did in the past or
That's the
I
best,
don't know.
dude.
Yeah, it's great. I love
Like-
that shit.
Yeah.
Even though nobody probably cares about that, it's the best.
Right.
Nah.
Yeah, like I feel you too.
I'll
That's
text Steph.
weekly.
I'm
Weekly,
sorry,
I'm
I'm
always jotting down notes and shit because there's been so many times whenever through the week it's we should talk about that on the show. And then it comes to showtime and like, oh fuck, I forgot everything I just thought
know.
about this week. You know.
Yep. That's exactly how it goes every time. I'm like, Brad, did you write anything down? He's like, nah, I don't write
I
any
don't-
shit.
I don't do
I don't
notes,
write any of that
dude.
shit down.
I don't do notes.
So that's why I got to make sure I definitely write a few things down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
Cody's
text
kind of the
Steve a
same way
great
there,
idea
too.
of something I'm going to do, and then I completely forget by the time I get there. And
Yeah.
he's like, "Hey,
Right.
what was this stay in the truck skit?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you know that horrible country song?
Yeah.
I had
Last
this
week.
great skit for it, and I completely forgot."
Yeah. last week, last few weeks, Cody texted me about that, and I'm like, okay, man, showtime. What's this? And he's like, I don't fucking know what I was talking about. And then he's like, and then it kind of came back to him when we played this terrible ass country song. It was terrible. It's called "Wait in the Truck" about some guy driving around. He finds some battered woman alongside the road, so he picks her up and goes back and shoots her dude or whatever. Like, what the
Hell
fuck? It's just, I don't know. Country music to me, I don't know if you guys are country fans, and I'm sorry if I'm shitting on your genre.
Go for it.
There's so much of it that's just so fucking pandering all the time.
Right.
You know, like people
Dude,
talk
I'm
about
not-
basic white bitches all the time. You know, like,
Yeah.
but there's basic white dudes out there, and they eat that shit up for breakfast, bro. Like,
Right.
They
Dude, I'm
don't
not a
trust
country guy, but I'm
us.
making a country song right now, actually.
yeah, I bet you yours will be cooler though. I mean,
Oh,
unless
mine
I
would be
mean,
sick.
but I tell you what, dude, you start pandering to those people. You know. Talk about drinking
Right.
your Black Rifle coffee and fucking your,
Yeah.
your pickup truck and you're
Oh,
Going
good.
down a dirt road and
Dirt roads.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Just that basic white dude shit.
yeah. Ah,
Hmm.
Yeah, what else we want to talk about? So you spoke about notes there, AJ. You got any fun notes for this week?
oh yeah, that's a good point. Let's see what I got. Um. Let's see. This one isn't crazy, but I saw something today that said rhinos have gone extinct, and I thought that was pretty sad.
That is pretty sad, dude. That sucks.
Are they really?
Yeah, I thought that was just kind of a fucked up current event that I was gonna look up, but I don't know. I always thought rhinos were pretty cool,
Yeah.
but I think the old poachers got to them, and I think they killed off the last of the rhinos. But other than that,
It's got to be a few left in the sanctuary, no?
I know you would think that there's got to be a few fucking
No,
rhinos. Like there
there's
can't be a
rhinos out
complete
there.
Like in a
extinct
zoo somewhere.
species like that. Like
There's
at
gotta
this
be.
point in our fucking civilization, you'd think we'd be able to keep some of every animal alive, but
Right.
I don't know. But yeah, other than that, me and Brad are thinking about when he comes out here, doing like maybe a 3 or 4 song EP. We're gonna try to do like maybe a country song. I don't know if that's the one Brad's talking about or if he's working on his own country song.
Dude, just whatever
But-
I mix up on the beat and we say it sounds good, let's spit some heat.
But-
That's you just go in.
Maybe like a country song, a little rap, maybe like a hard trap type song.
Yeah.
Maybe an alternative one. I don't know. We're pretty stoked about that though, because we'll use like the Bunker Boys platform to try to put that out there and see what people think, you
Right.
know. I know Brad usually likes to make songs and beats and whatever, but I've never done that. So I think that'll be pretty interesting. I know he likes to freestyle most of his shit, but I'm not a freestyler. I don't know
Right.
if you guys have ever tried to play music, but
I
mean-
was in a band back in high school, but I was
Hell yeah.
I just sang other people's words. Like our guitarist wrote all of our shit, so I'm not a good writer at all.
Right.
But
So you were the singer?
yeah, I was a singer frontman.
Hell yeah.
That's sick.
And like a kind of like a punk emo band type deal. Like we didn't obviously we
Nice.
weren't
That's
that good.
it.
That's why I'm here doing this and not a rock star. So
That's
like,
why you're on the pod.
yeah. But it was that was one of those things that was cool to get drunk and go on stage and swing my mic around and fucking scream a lot. So
Hell yeah.
but yeah,
That's
when it
fun.
comes to writing shit, like I don't know, I always feel like whenever I ever tried to write anything, I'd go back to like songs that I've already heard, and like like my brain just kind of attaches to some of those lyrics, and then I think like, oh, that sounds cool. I'm like, wait a minute, I've heard that before. Like I just end up like copying other people's shit.
Yeah.
Like my brain just goes default to all the cool shit I've heard before, so I don't really have that originality whenever it comes to coming up with things like that, you know.
Right. Yeah. It's fun though. It's fun just
I
to,
feel like it'd be very hard to have a rhythm and write at the same time. Like
Yeah.
to keep a rhythm and write and not just put all rhyming words down.
fuck. That's why
Right.
you don't write, dude. You just say what's on your head. That's what I do. I don't even think my shit has a genre. My shit's just different. But Cody, we should make a song tonight, dude.
Oh no. Dude.
I do
See how
have
it goes.
a rap song that is on YouTube right now from fucking forever ago.
Oh,
What is it
no.
called?
I forget. Tyler's the one that put it on YouTube. I think it's called Thorough Ownage by my rap alias is Skidmark Steve.
Nice.
Okay.
So the
Nice.
story behind it is me and this dude, whenever I was working in kitchens up at Moxie in Cleveland, me and Sean St. Clair were talking about having a rap battle with each other. And he even said, like, yeah, we'll do it to the beat. Like, when you go into the subterranean world and Super Mario Bros, that da-da-da-da-da-da, like, so we did it to that beat. We were talking about it. And then one day I was hanging out with Tyler. He's like, I got everything we need to record. So I wrote down some lyrics, just trashing his dude. And then we recorded it in the trailer he was living at that one point in time. And then it kind of spiraled from there to me taking a CD and to work and playing it for this dude. So like,
No shit.
Oh,
but here, let me see if I can find that. Maybe
Da-da-da-da-da.
I can try to find it and share it if you
It's
want.
good.
yeah, if
Yeah,
I can
let's
find
see
if
if
I
we
can
can-
find the link, I'll send it to you right now. But yeah,
Okay.
it's there's some inflammatory words against gay people in there. It was a different time back then, so I want anybody listening to keep that in mind. But
It's all right. I mean, a couple episodes ago, I was saying some inflammatory comments about little people, and I didn't even realize I was doing it. So
Yeah.
I think we'll be all right.
fuck yeah, here it is. All right, hold on. Let me share this.
Yeah, I got like 7 songs right now. I'm trying to I want to just have like a 20 song album. I want a lot of songs on mine and just all different kinds.
What the way you got to do it though is like start out like the first 2 or 3 tracks with like your favorites, and then the last track on the album, make it like one of your secret favorites to see if like all your people who listen to it, you know, they'll be like, oh, this last one's a banger, you know, because a lot of times people put that last song as a great song on the last song of the album.
Right. Ones they think are going to be B-sides and shit and end up being like the best part.
Yeah.
The hidden track, right?
Yeah.
You gotta... the CD stop, and then like a minute later, another song.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. Yeah. Remember when that was a thing?
The fucking whole CD straight through.
Yeah, streaming music has killed the hidden track now, you know?
Yeah.
I heard a podcast talking about that the other day, actually, and I never like got to experience that. I don't think like people putting like stopping the song and then starting it again without like, I guess I just don't understand. Did they do a song on the last song of the album and then stop, but also have a little bit of another song?
Yeah. So say like track 13 on the disc would be the real part of the song is 3 to 4 minutes long, but the whole track you'd notice is 8 minutes long. It's like, why the fuck? And then after your first song hits, outro, it's done, and then it's silence for like a minute or whatever, and then it rolls, just all of a sudden rolls into a whole nother song. Like if you just happen to be sitting there listening, like, hey, that's surprise, so cool. You know?
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It used to be a big thing.
I wish I was like able to be in that era of just going out and buying CDs. Cause I remember getting like, the thing I remember in my life is getting like my first iPod, you know, and just like having to download music. I never remember buying CDs.
Yeah. Yeah. I went through cassettes, then CDs, now all digital shit. So.
Damn.
Yeah, we were recording songs off the radio onto a cassette tape.
Yeah.
That's whack.
And then you make your own mixtape by recording off the radio, and then you'd have your little mixtape set up so that you could jam out the songs from the radio.
Yeah, because even a lot of times those tracks you get off of the radio, you'd get like, and coming in from the caller so and so is requesting this song, and you catch like the intro of the song you wanted to hit with the DJ still talking over it and shit like that. So
that's great.
Yeah,
it's fucking great.
That's the first
part when you go out to Vegas and people just like hand you CDs on the sidewalk.
Oh yeah,
they got me good.
Yeah.
We were in the mall in Vegas one time, and this is actually a pretty funny story. This dude came up to us in the mall. I forget his name. He was like Lil Pop Rock or something. And we were like, what's up, dude? He's like, I got this CD, man. I was like, all right, cool. He's like, you want it? I was like, no, I'm good. Like, we're straight, man. He's like, no, come on. Like $5 for a CD or whatever. And I don't remember if I gave him a 10 because all I had was a 10, and he just took the 10, gave me the CD. I was like, all right.
I don't make change.
we went down to fucking Old Vegas a couple hours later, and these dudes were standing on the corner, and they're like, yo, you want to buy a CD? And there were 2 totally different dudes. And I was just like, nah, I already got this one, man. Sorry. Some guy just sold me this one. And he's like, oh, what is it? And he kind of looks at, he's like, oh, is that Lil Pop Rock? He's like, yeah, that guy fucking sucks. And we were like, oh shit, like they know who this dude is that scammed us. Like he's been doing it for a while. It was fucking hilarious. And then we took a couple Ubers, and we were just playing Lil Pop Rock in the Uber, and the dude Ubering us was just like, what the fuck is this? I was like, this is a new CD I bought.
The Uber driver liked it though. I remember he was like, "That's pretty good."
Lil Pop Rock.
All right.
Oh shit! There's Skid Mark Steve.
All right.
Filmed in Akron.
Yeah, we can see it.
Can you hear it?
It might take a minute for the audio to come in, if I remember correctly. There it is.
Ooh, minute and 32.
Skid Mark Steve, what?
Oh, let me turn it down.
Skid Mark Steve, what? Here we go.
You got a chain on, huh?
Fuck yeah.
Sean St. Clary is
fake
a
chain, fake gun.
Fucks dudes in the ass. Man, that shit's scary. Yo, he's the leader.
Damn.
And sucking a Peter.
Whoa.
He's got a crush on who? Derek Jeter. I fuck Marianne
That's his mom.
while sitting on the can. He loves dudes' butts,
What the fuck?
but also sucks gay nuts. I'm straight up ghetto. He's a
Dude, that's awesome. I was not expecting that.
Fucking go
Dude.
hard, dude.
Steve, I never thought I'd see you with a sideways hat. Dude. Oh my god.
I used to be a lot more rowdy back in the day.
Man, that was
In his office
aggressive,
chair with
dude.
his globe beside him. With
Yeah,
his
yeah.
flower curtains behind him.
My fucking flower curtains and shit. Yeah, sometimes you
Damn.
grow up, I guess.
How old were you then?
Fuck, that would have been probably like
18.
mid-20s. Yeah, mid-20s there.
Oh, that was your prime.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't expect the video with it. That was
I
great.
like the hump in the air. That was aggressive, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Talking about fucking Marianne while sitting on a can. That was his mom's name, so I had to call her out a little bit.
All right.
Ah.
Damn.
But yeah, our dude
Well,
Tyler
that'll
Dutton used to like filming me and putting shit on the internet. There's a couple other videos out there.
Dude, Steve, we should make a collab, man.
Fuck
I
yeah,
think we'd
dude.
be good.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Start writing down some rhymes for you. Start spitting some shit.
Right, dude. Well, when I come to Ohio next, I'll bring my mic, and because I want to make that intro song, but I want to get both your voices on it. You know, like
Right.
I know Cody's like little intro sounds. I can't really do it myself. but-
Bra-da-da.
yeah, so I want that at the beginning of it too, and then I want you to have like a little piece in it too.
Right.
But
Yeah, that'd be sick.
OH.
I-O.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Like, what? I'm just a little confused. Like, why is he
Dude.
coming in with that?
that was gay.
What about that? Did you guys watch that fucking national championship game though? TCU
saw
did
bits,
not
yeah.
belong there. That's for sure.
No. No,
God
and then
damn.
there's that dude. I don't know if you guys know who Mattress Mac is, but he's like known for he's this old, I don't know, 80-year-old man who puts like $2 million bets on these crazy games. He bet on the Houston Astros to win the World Series, and he hit that one, and he made like, I forget, $7 million off of that bet. It was like the largest payout in better history or something.
Yeah.
But he bet like $1.8 million on TCU to win that game. And there's just clips of him sitting at a table watching the game, just kind of like, fuck,
Yeah.
like we're not even in this, you know?
Yeah, that shit was over at
pretty
the first
funny.
quarter, basically.
Yeah, that was tough. That was
Destroyed.
tough. I don't think
as
Michigan would have
expected.
done any better, though. I think Michigan still would have got fucking whooped by Georgia.
No way, dude.
I do. Unfortunately, Georgia's just a different fucking breed.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's. I
we're-
thought for
we're
sure we were
harder
gonna get
than them.
smoked, but we kept it within a point at least. So
Yeah.
Yeah, the Buckeyes had the right formula when they played Georgia. They let the QB run, let some things happen that they didn't do against Michigan that they should have done.
Mm.
But they figured out a better formula against Georgia than I think most teams do. Where TCU came in thinking they already got their formula down. This is what they're going to do, and Georgia just smacked him in the mouth. Said,
Mm-hmm.
"Go back home. You're done."
yeah, I also feel like TCU is basically just that quarterback. That's anytime I watch them play, that's the only thing anybody ever talked about was that Max, whatever the fuck his name was.
Yeah, Max Duggan.
Duggan, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Any given Saturday.
yeah,
I think it's Sunday. But
That's
I'll
right.
say Saturday.
That's right.
that's true.
Well, boys, I don't know how long we've been going, but
Yeah, I'm too far away from my shit to see what my
I
recording.
feel like we've been
mark-
going for a decent bit.
Yeah,
But,
Yeah, we got a bunch of family hanging out. We're
Yeah.
going to do our Christmas yet, Brad. So I will ask you guys, all three of you, a question. Did you have a damn good time?
I had a damn good time.
I had a damn good time.
it was all right.
Yeah, I knew you were coming in with that.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. It was
There's
fun,
always
boys.
one of those guys.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
this is awesome. Actually, I like this.
yeah, this was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Want to do this again for sure.
Yeah. So anybody
Hopefully we
watching
can-
on our channel, make sure you guys check out the Bunker Boys podcast. What all platforms are you guys on?
Everything.
There you go.
Everything.
We're on Apple. We're on Spotify.
We're not on Google. We're not on Google.
No, we're not on Google.
I don't know
We
who
got-
would use that, but
We got to start shouting out Podbean because we actually just became an affiliate for Podbean. So if people
wait till
out
we
there,
see the money first.
if people out there want to, stream their podcast through Podbean, then go for it. Sign up.
Yeah. So how do you who do you use whenever you upload audio for Spotify?
Podbean.
If you go to Anchor, if you start an Anchor account, Anchor will distribute it to all kinds of people. That's how we got Google, Apple, all of it.
Yeah, we can get Google. I just didn't hit the checkbox because.
Oh, okay.
But I just wanted Spotify, Apple. We're on everything else. We're on like 6 other ones.
Right.
We got our
Um,
YouTube channel. Make sure you guys subscribe. Leave some comments. Let us know you guys want to hear.
Yeah.
Engage.
Yep. Same with us. We're on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google, all the
Everything.
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 And if we're on one that you guys that people like and we're not on, then we'll put it up there for you too. So, but I think we got the broad scope, the broad brushstroke of everything that matters really.
Right.
Yeah, if you guys don't use any of the things
Yeah.
we've listed, then just go to those fucking things. Don't be difficult,
Yeah.
Dude,
Just
why are
use
people
one of the
like
7
that?
things?
Why do people have to use weird shit?
I don't know, man. I will even say I'm one of those people. Like somebody's like, "Oh, check out this song. I got it uploaded on this." I'm like, I don't use that, and I'm not going to.
Right. Right.
You know, like I don't have an account for whatever the fuck that is. So
That's
I'm
true.
not.
It is
exactly.
another account to fucking make.
Right, and then another whole new set of notifications popping up on my phone, and a whole bunch more emails I got to unsubscribe to. Like fuck off! Like I don't want to do that.
Let's be honest. If you don't have Spotify or like
Music.
Apple Play or like
Or
Google
fucking
Music, like,
YouTube,
one of
you
those
know?
major
Right.
ones, one of those major ones,
Yeah,
then I don't know what you're doing anyways.
I know.
Like
right.
you're
Yeah.
probably 75 years old and just like, no, this is all I use.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You're probably not willing to
I'll
have
vote-
a damn good time anyhow. So
Yeah. It's probably ain't the podcast for you.
Those 75-year-olds though, that's me and Brad's niche. I'm telling you, we need all the listeners in that age range.
the
So-
fucking
Well,
silver
That's
foxes.
just because they're perverts.
Oh, look at these two cute young boys.
Hey, we'll take them.
some cookies?
Yeah.
We'll take them.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right. Well, thank you guys again. I'm happy we could link up and do this. Hopefully next time we're all like in person. That would be pretty
Yeah,
neat.
we should
you
link
know?
up
Yeah.
like that. Next time you're in Michigan, AJ, I'll drive down to Ohio. and then
Yeah.
we'll get
I'll
something
just
going.
fly into Ohio. I'll
Yeah.
make it a business
Right.
trip, you know?
Right. That'd be easy
Oh, yeah.
too, yeah.
I need some work done.
All right. Never mind.
No, it's good.
No, I know. All right.
Business right up. That's what I'm saying. Man.
Yeah.
Well, hell yeah, dude.
All right, guys.
Y'all take her easy.
Have a good one.
Yep. Love you, boys.
Love you too. Later.
Recording stopped.
All right.
All right.
Hell yeah, dude.